you to come back at some point, right?
Yeah.
Because
Man,
you were gonna drop some knowledge on us today that we didn't get a chance to get to, and I don't want to hold you too long because you just got off a flight. But we have to ask you to come back and drop that knowledge because it sounded like during the break before we got started, you were telling us about something that's going to be a monumental change for us. So.
Yeah, I was talking about. Well, we know that the African American female controls black church. It is what I don't care who your pastor is. Them women running things, and their influence and the numbers and as much as they give and all of that. Gospel radio is controlled by the black female, and so as an artist, you know, especially as rappers, we say, man, my music ain't for the church, it's for the streets, you know, and then you realize the kids in the church are dying. Well, okay, well every time I go in there, they don't like it, and I know and I understood that's not their sound. You know, I understand hip-hop is more aggressive. Yeah, of course, ladies love hip-hop, but it's spearheaded by black men. It is what it is. I don't care how many other nationalities rap. It is started by African-American men. And God told me, he said, observe your career. You know, you had a passion for studio life and all of that. Your wife didn't. Your girlfriend didn't at the time. When you got married, I told you to give her your schedule. That's what God told me. Like I was doing this, you know, doing all my sessions and all that type of stuff, and he said, give her your schedule. And I'm like, man, she don't have a passion for this. When she started to clock into my career, that's when y'all started hearing, who is this Canton Jones? Because of what she was doing.
Wow.
And so we've never asked, as far as Christian hip hop, gospel hip hop, which is two different things.
Yep, it sure is.
Okay.
It's actually three, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Christian hip hop, Christian rap, and gospel rap.
You largely responsible for one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Christian hip hop and rap has an industry.
Yeah.
Gospel rap does not.
Yeah.
Because it speaks to the African American movement.
Exactly.
I'm not talking about who's rapping. I'm talking about who's in the audience.
Yeah.
Man, Christian rappers made millionaires. You know, several times over. Gospel rap has made hundreds.
Negative hundreds.
Negative. So that movement, and here's what God has released to me, the next part of this, and I'm talking about 3 days ago. He said, you never asked them for help.
Yeah.
You asked them to listen to you vent, and you talk about a rapper that's saying, man, I grew up without a father, but that's your mama there, and this is her worship time, and she don't want to hear that because that's some mistakes that she probably made in that. So our music is a vent that ain't worship to her. It might be worship to you. Yeah. So there's a difference between saying, Mom, listen, then Mom, help me.
Wow.
And so a woman as a help me is a powerful tool. I mean, they can make stuff happen that we can't. And so I was like, and I'm talking about 3 days ago. I was like, look at your career. Look at what I did with you. Look at what you were doing before your wife got involved, and look at it now. Look at when you went to World Changers and Taffy Dollar said, "I want to work with him." What happened to my career?
Yeah.
When a woman gets behind gospel rap, and so I think that is the move that we say. Like you don't have to change what it is. But instead of her being in front of you, listening to you, to get behind you and pushing you is a different movement. So you're talking about black church worldwide, or at least in America, that if we ask our mom, sister, whatever, help me, Mom.
Yeah.
Help me. And I'm about to end this, but one of the times, my mom, we grew up Kojic, Church of God in Christ, and my mom was high ranking. They loved her, you know. She knew how to do she knew the culture of church, and I knew it too, and I understood. But one of the times they brought me to a church convention, the bishop was there and everybody, and I'm one that's like, we're going to tread on awkward. I do the electric slide. We're going to do the electric slide right here. I know I'm going to lose half of y'all when I do that, but that's fine. And my mom had never done the electric slide. All the times I did it, I came to Florida, and she had never. She would just rock, but she would never, because I know that if they see her, they gonna judge her. But I don't care. She know I don't care. Whatever, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. They gonna talk to you. They know not to come talk to me because she know I've been this guy forever. I just don't say nothing because of you, Mom. And so, man, one convention, bro. She, the bishop was there, all the high-ranking clergy, and I just was doing the electric slide. All the young people, all the old people, kind of looking or whatever. And she got up and she did it with me. First time ever in like 12, 13, 14 years when I've been doing this song. And that day, I was like, she picked me. Wow. She picked me, Mom. You picked me in your worship service when you could have just waited and then did whatever. You picked me. And now that you picked me, I'm going more hard for God because I know you with me. And so a lot of these rappers and really just the culture of hip hop that's really like pushed by the male, Mom, you won't pick me over that worship service. You always put me in the back. You always tell me to shut up. Every time they come in, Mom, they attack my culture. You the one bought me these clothes. I didn't pick where I live.
Yeah.
We live around here because of you. But every time I come in here, you pick them over me.
Steve.
And so that day she picked me. When she picked me out, it gave me this, because it's like, I do this with hundreds of people every weekend. But I never saw my mama do it. Wow. And when she did it, it was like she with me. Wow. And so I understand now that if we as rappers and singers in just hip hop are venting and not necessarily writing a vertical song, we're writing a horizontal song, just talking about your life and all of that. Your mama or certain people are getting convicted because of what's happened to you. And that's not worship to them. And you might talk about your story. We grew up peanut butter and jelly, bro. You talking about how your mama raised you, bro.
Yeah.
You're saying that you grew up poor, but bro, you ain't know you were poor right back then. You were taken care of. You ain't die. And she sitting there saying, I did the best I could with you. And so what might be a good story, she don't want to hear that when she came to worship God. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if she turned it into, an energy to support you, then it's something totally different. Yeah. You ever seen a team mom that have no interest in football, but she got every jersey? She's just yelling. She's like, defense. Like, they on offense, bro. They on offense. And she's a fan because she has no interest. She don't understand the game as much. She's learning as she go. But if she's behind that child, it's a whole different type of child.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I am I believe, because I believe that gospel hip hop, when it explodes, it's way different than Christian hip hop. That's a controversial statement.
Yeah. No, you're telling the truth. Cause I told this to somebody recently. I said I feel like these mainstream folks are looking towards the gospel rappers.
They are. Because of the derivative of it. Gospel is a derivative of gospel music. It's it's black and white. You might well say it. It is black. And so even though there are African American guys rapping Christian rap, their audience is pulled from a different pool than ours. And but the healing and the hurt is needed on this side. All right. And okay, our dads are not in our churches. The family is broken. How do we fix that? So who's the lead? All right, over there, the man is the lead over there, and they have structure and they have business. They have money. Over here, mama got 2 jobs and she's trying to make the ends meet. And this is her worship time. So she don't want to hear no rap during her worship time unless she behind it. If she gets behind it, it's different. It's a different football team. My mama was my team mom on my basketball team. Knew nothing about basketball.
Yeah.
But I tell you, she was the loudest at the game,
Yeah.
and we had everything because she got behind it. She didn't come to just spectate.
Yeah.
She came, and so I know that gospel hip hop have to move different than Christian hip hop, infrastructure wise. And so I feel that if the African American mother or female gets behind this movement, it is an absolute wrap.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Dropping knowledge, man.
That's
Ken,
crazy.
Ken the legend.
We had so much fun.
We feel blessed that you here, man.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously.
So
Praise
blessed,
God.
yes.
Like we talk
I'm
about
doing
you
a
all the time.
restart though, bro. I'm doing I know I've been out here for a long time, but I got new energy.
Well, we're
you
gonna
know.
get behind that.
Thank
However we can.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
man.
Track Star.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right, let's get back into it. You in the field with the track stars, Ryan Righteous, Shantana, DJ Jeremiah. Let's go.